Welcome to the 2024 Cal Ripken 10U World Series, presented by Pet Supplies Plus in Crown Point.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to the 2024 Cal Ripken 10U World Series on the Region Sports Network, on the internet at RSN YouTube, Facebook.com/Region Sports, and RegionSports.com. We come to you today from Jerry Ross Park in Crown Point, Indiana, as Pet Supplies Plus in Crown Point presents the Cal Ripken 10U World Series. I'm Mike Jamia. I'll be calling all the play-by-play action, and alongside me with all the analysis of today's game is Mike DeWan. Good afternoon, Mike.
Hey, Mike, how we doing today? It's a fantastic day, of course, as always, here at Crown Point. It's been a fun 54 games so far here at the Cal Ripken World Series, but we're expecting a even more fun 55th.
That's right. We have two teams coming in here battling on day one and first round of championship bracket play. We have South Lexington Red and Kennewick American. South Lexington Red, of course, from Lexington, Kentucky, and Kennewick American from Kennewick, Washington State. So what do we know about these two teams, Mike?
South Lexington, they ended up winning their Pool E. There was a three-way tie with a 3-1 record. All three teams, of course, in these pools advanced, but South Lexington tied with Manoa and Upper Allen Mechanicsburg. But, of course, there's always tiebreakers with these polls. There's the head-to-head. Of course, the record, of course, means a lot. Then runs allowed as well. South Lexington gave up the least amount of runs in that pool, so therefore they were the top of that bracket, which is why they're here today. Moving on to Kennewick American, they finished third in Pool B behind Muscle Shoals, who's 4-0, and CP Red, who was here earlier today. Kennewick American 2-2, gave up 15 runs allowed, looking to potentially have a little upset here today, but I know they have some guys we're going to be excited to call today. And again, this is championship brackets now. All these teams are here for a reason, top three in their poll. Anything could happen in these games, and we've seen some fantastic ones so far here today on Major Field.
That is absolutely the case. The game prior to this one, for those of you who watched that, was between Florence Navy of Florence, Alabama, and West Raleigh Blue of Raleigh, North Carolina. West Raleigh Blue, they won, but in 9 innings of a scheduled 6, so we had an over 3-hour broadcast in the last one, but here we are back again in only a few minutes, and we are going to bring you action here between South Lexington Red and Kennewick American. The Economy Electric Heating and Cooling Game Day Forecast, brought to you by your friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. So the forecast is 85 degrees, feels like around 88, 89. There's only 7 miles an hour of wind, so not enough to really keep you cool, and not enough to really affect the ball and play out of the yard. Humidity, in terms of that, we're sitting at around 43%. It's going to get a little bit muggier as the day goes on, but, we are here, and it's still, believe it or not, for the month of August, a really good day for baseball.
It's been a fantastic week in terms of weather. Yeah, we may see some things in the future, but so far through these first few days of the tournament, it's been fantastic here in Northwest Indiana. For those who don't know, who are tuning in from wherever across the country, across the globe, it's weather up here, it's kind of dicey. You never really know what you can get. You can get literally 4 seasons in about a 48-hour span. So we're just thankful to have great weather and, again, to play some great baseball.
Absolutely. Speaking of great baseball, Kerrigan Charles is the starting pitcher for South Lexington Red. And he usually plays, well, not usually, he has also started games at first base in this tournament. So we'll be excited to see what Kerrigan Charles does here on the mound. And leading it off for Kennewick American is Wesley Duarte. First pitch is wide for a ball. Ball 1.
As we kind of get into these championship kind of rounds, it's you're throwing your best arms. We see a lot of high-quality pitching so far in our first 2 games at Major Field, and I expect the same here today.
Absolutely. Second pitch. That's in there. Catch the outside corner for a strike. 1-1 now, Duarte. Duarte settles in to get the 1-1 from Kerrigan Charles. That one swung on and missed. Strike 2 as he steps out of the box. Kerrigan Charles. He gets set. The 1-2 on its way. Wide outside. Count evens it now at 2. The 2-2 to Duarte. That one misses high and outside. Full count now. Duarte open stance. And he'll walk after the full count. Ball 4. So we got the leadoff hitter safe to first base after the base on balls. Which now brings up Jet Brisker. 2-hole hitter playing shortstop. He's got the pencil bat. We've seen a few of those this tournament.
We'll get the batting order for Kennewick here pretty shortly.
Lays down a bunt. Third baseman was already coming in. Fields it barehanded, throws it to first for the outs. But the runner advances, so a nice sack bunt there. But good job by Chase Baber coming in, barehanding that, getting it to first for the out.
For your Kennewick American batting lineup, we saw the first 2 batters already in Duarte and Bricker. Then you got Uriah Warren, Adam Slout, Peter Tagaris, Mason Hansen, Brody Martin, Presley Martinez, and rounding out is Will Carlson. That is your Kennewick American batting order for today's contest.
Uriah Warren takes first pitch ball there with Wesley Duarte on second after Jet Brisker moves him over with the sack bunts. Kerrigan Charles, the pitcher, gets set for the 1-0. Pumps in a strike there. 1-1 now is the count. The 1-1 to Warren. That one hit hard but fouled on the first base line. Adam Sloat, the on-deck hitter, grabbed that one, threw it back to Kerrigan Charles, the pitcher, for South Lexington, and away we go with the 1-2 pitch. On its way. That one hit down the first base line. Great play there by the first baseman and Brady Heiler. Runner will advance from second to third, but now 2 outs, and Adam Sloat up to bat.
For those in the South Lexington field, we'll see plenty of great defensive plays today. At catcher, we have Butler. We mentioned Charles, the pitcher. We have Peterson as the DH, Heiler at first, Gillespie at second. At shortstop, Karras. And left, Allison, center Hardin, and right, Rowe. That is your Lexington defensive alignment for today.
Thank you for that, Mike. Adam Sloat takes the first pitch ball. Number 43, he digs in, takes some very vicious practice cuts there. The 1-0 from Charles in there for a strike to even the count at 1. Adam Sloat, cleanup hitter. He's got Duarte standing there on third, waiting to come home. Can he bring him home in the 1-1 counts? Doesn't get a chance there as he takes the ball, makes it 2-1.
Trying to help his cause today as well, of course. Trying to make his day a little bit easier on the bump. Give him some wiggle room.
As he wiggles the bat, the wiggle room hopefully coming. Doesn't get another opportunity there. As he takes the ball, gets out of the way a bit, steps out of the box. It's now 3-1. Adam Sloat. Those vicious cuts. Yet to see a vicious cut put into play here. He's hoping to do so on a 3-1 hitters count. Kerrigan Charles set the pitch. Big cut there. Full count now.
There was the green light swing, like you mentioned. Hitters count, swing for the fences, try and bring that run home.
So full count, 2 outs. Man on third, Charles to Sloat. That one hit softly right over the first baseman's head in right field for a fair ball. That's going to be an RBI single for Adam Sloat. And he's waving his hands in the air, getting the crowd fired up.
Nice turnout this tournament here from the Kennewick faithful. But obviously great to get out in front. And obviously, as we mentioned, as a pitcher today, that's going to make his day hopefully a little bit easier out there.
Adam Sloat with the RBI single. That's our game's first run. Pitch from Charles to Tagaris is high for ball 1. Peter Tagaris, the third baseman, awaiting the 1-0 pitch from Charles. That one in there for a strike, called strike. Counts even now at 1. Charles is set. The pitch. Ball 2. The count now goes to 2-1 on Tagaris.
Kennewick looking pretty patient so far at the plate. Just trying to pick out their pitch, get ahead of the count, and make them pay.
The 2-1. In there, catches the outside corner for a strike. Count even now at 2. Kerrigan Charles. 1 pitch away from ending this inning, potentially. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Kerrigan Charles sets him down after giving up 1. It's Kennewick American 1 going into the home half of the first inning against South Lexington Red. You're watching the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strachan Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual cart, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. For years, I've helped your family and friends save on their car insurance. And now I've returned to rescue you from high prices. Whether you have a perfect driving record or a not-so-perfect record. Follow me to the Crowell Agency for immediate and affordable coverage. I'm your insurance superhero. Crowd Company's insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Welcome back to the 2024 Cal Ripken 10U World Series, presented by Pet Supplies Plus in Crown Point.
Welcome back. You're watching coverage of the Cal Ripken 10U World Series, presented by Pet Supplies Plus on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. Got a beautiful shot there of the Crown Point Courthouse, the Lake County Courthouse. Crown Point, the county seat of Lake County. Here, so beautiful day, and that's just right above center field. So these folks here, right in front of us, we have the Kennewick faithful. They're getting a nice view of that as they made their travels in from Washington State to watch their Kennewick American 10U team compete here in the World Series.
Along with South Lexington, less of a drive for them. That's just a trip up to Hoosier State, but nonetheless, this is a fantastic, of course, facility here. It's the second year they've had this tournament in a row. Again, we're happy to be here, but we're going to talk about the batting lineup here for South Lexington Red. We're going to start it off. Batting leadoff is Miles Allison. Going in second is Tyler Carius. At 3 is Chase Baber. At the 4 spot, batting cleanup is Christian Butler. Batting 5 is Brady Heiler. 6 is Blake Gillespie. 7th is Kerrigan Charles. 8th is, let me find this here. We got Cannon Harden, pardon me. The 9th spot is Cash Rowe, and the extra hitter is Hank Peterson. That's the lineup for South Lexington as we get going here in the bottom of the first.
After the first pitch strike by Sloat, he throws one back and behind and above the head of Miles Allison to bring the count even at 1. So the 1-1 now from the right-hand pitcher, Sloat. He rocks. He deals for a cold, called strike. So 1-2 now. If you're just joining us, top half of the inning, Wesley Duarte walked. Jet Bricker moved him over the sac bunt, and Adam Sloat brought in a run with an RBI single, and he's on the mound here. After the ball there by Sloat, it's now 2-2 on Miles Allison.
Yeah, Sloat, I was fortunate enough to watch him throw a game on B field, and yeah, I like him a lot. Again, he's got some good stuff. He's obviously there's a big reason why he's throwing in this game today. Win or go home. So
Allison waits for the 2-2 from Sloat. Gets him on a called strike 3. First batter, first strikeout for Sloat.
Here's how Kennewick's lining him up today. Of course, we talked about Sloat there on the bump. Behind the dish is Carlson. Going from right to left, Martin at first, Duarte at second, Bricker at short, Tagaris at third. From left to right in the outfield, Martinez, Warren, and Hansen.
Tyler Carius batting in the 2-hole, the shortstop for South Lexington Red. First pitch from Sloat. It's in there for a strike.
You see the Germany future stars walking in here as well. Again, we have 4 international teams in this tournament here this year. Germany I believe they're in the champions bracket as we speak. I don't know when exactly they play, but they're a solid squad, and they're looking to make some noise as well.
0-2 now to Carius. On its way. Looks like he tried to hold up on a check swing. He does. No appeal to first.
I'd expect one. Yep.
There's the appeal, and he's called out swinging. So back-to-back strikeouts for Sloat. One of the looking variety and one of the swinging variety, and brings up Chase Baber. Baber takes first pitch high for a ball. Baber, the third baseman for South Lexington Red, the 3-hole hitter, on with 2 outs. Second pitch in there for a strike. A little tip of the cap by Sloat as he fields that ball, walks back to the rubber as he gets set. He rocks. He delivers. Outside. Count now 2-1. Two-one to Baber. Oh, got time.
Looks like a couple shake-offs from Sloat kind of messed up the timing on both sides, so probably a proper timeout. Could be some mind games here, but
Sloat begins his rock, the 2-1. In there for a called strike. Evens the count at 2 with 2 away here in the home half of the first.
oh,
Misses there, but just barely apparently. It's full count now. Baber's asking for the count. Blue gives it to him. It's full. The full count from Sloat. That's ball 4. Baber will hustle down to first, and he's the first base runner for South Lexington Red after the 2-out walk.
good patient at bat there. Obviously, don't want to go down 3 straight strikeouts. Obviously, trying to work out in the bat, get that pitch count up. Of course, pitch count is huge here in this tournament, especially in these levels where it's going to be probably a pitcher's duel for most of these games. Just try and work out at bats. Obviously, full count, work out a walk, and that's a win for them so far.
Absolutely, Mike, especially with 2 outs. And that brings up now Christian Butler, the catcher. Thinks about going and swinging, but he doesn't. Holds up there. It's 1-0. That's the second time now that Sloat has motioned for it up. Maybe he wants the catcher's mitt to be placed a little bit higher, wants to aim a little bit higher, wants to put it in there. That was hit to short. Steps on second for the final out in the first inning. So it's a 1-0 game. Kennewick American leads South Lexington Red 1-0 after 1. You're watching the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at forajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
Welcome back to the 2024 Cal Ripken 10U World Series, presented by Pet Supplies Plus in Crown Point.
Welcome back. You're watching the Cal Ripken 10U World Series, presented by Pet Supplies Plus on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. Great play there to end the inning, and that was the South Lexington Red shortstop, Tyler Carius. He fielded that ball and stepped on to second. So right there are some of the best hands in the business, just like the Bricklayers Local 4, Indiana, Kentucky. Check out baclocal4.org to find out how you can join the oldest continuous union in North America. So after one, it's a 1-0 game here at the major field, and Day 1, first round of championship bracket play.
Again, we're just getting started here. Of course, we got the championship bracket, but there's also the iron bracket going on 8th Field. You can catch that as well. All that coverage on the Region Sports Network. I think right now they got, let me take a look. Actually, the iron bracket finished for today. All that played. I think they're starting some of the championship bracket as well over there today. So I think up there is Upper Allen and Newtown.
Excellent. Upper Allen Mechanicsburg, big fan of their head coach, Michael Benini. Yesterday in B Field, he did a great job of getting all of his guys in, and they all produced. He made a lot of subs there in that bottom third of the lineup, but that's what ended up helping them win the game, as that one's rolled to first, barehanded by the first baseman, but not delivered to first base. It was weird. There was, three guys there. The second baseman was there. The pitcher went to cover. The first baseman kind of tried to take it to himself, and then the last second tried to pitch it, but to no avail.
Tough play there. Three guys kind of running with the same goal. Kind of comes with repetition there, trying to figure out who's got what role there, what's the play, but it's kind of tough. You got to kind of put the ball in the right position and have the defense make a play. That's one of the keys to these games is, mental lapses, just making the right plays. And, maybe a bounce or two can go your way, but it's just going to probably come down to pitching and what defense can make more plays.
Yeah, and here everything's a learning experience for this. This is, remember, folks, this is 10U baseball.
Right.
So we got 10-year-olds and 9-year-olds out here, and they're doing their best on the diamond. And at the end of the day, they're going to learn from this tournament, regardless of the result. So the 0-1 now, bunted foul, and that's to Brody Martin.
I mean, along with just learning about the game of baseball and playing tough competition, you learn more about yourself as an athlete and a person playing in. I mean, a lot of these teams are traveling hundreds and thousands of miles to come here and play in a facility where it's going to be pretty packed. It's going to be, broadcasted around the world. It's a high-stakes environment, and it's a lot for a 10- and 9-year-old.
Brody Martin goes down swinging there. So strikeout there by Kerrigan Charles. That's his second now. And that's a big strikeout, as there's now one out, and he's got Mason Hansen there at first. And up to the plate is Presley Martinez, the left fielder for Kennewick American, Washington State. First pitch is high for a ball.
We were talking before the broadcast. I like the Washington Husky colors they got there for Kennewick. We mentioned that kind of the jerseys kind of correlate with kind of where they're from. Some college colors, some professional team colors, and then like Australia, Germany, they kind of have their respective, colors of their flag or whatnot. Same with like Czech Republic.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, love the uniforms for Kennewick American. Count now 1-1. Kerrigan Charles sets. He deals. That one hit the third base. Go 5-4, and it'll stay there. No throw into first to try to turn the double play as Presley Martinez was booking it down first, but they get the lead runner there, and there's 2 outs now in the inning. Will Carlson, the batter for Kennewick American, he takes the first pitch ball there. He's got Presley Martinez on first now. The 1-0 from Charles. In there, just a bit high.
Just high.
It's a 2-0 count now.
We're talking about that iron bracket that end of the day. We were talking about those international teams. 2 of them won today in that Ironman bracket. The Czech Moravia Lions, they won 10-0, and then the Aussie Drop Bears beat CP White over there on field A. So they got things started. I will let you know a little bit more about a championship bracket we saw a little bit here later in this game.
2-1 is the count now after the called strike. Yeah, the Aussie Drop Bears becoming a favorite amongst fans here at Jerry Ross Park. The 2-1. High, ball 3. Yeah, apparently a young kid came over to the booth and was asking us about where a koala was, that he was looking for a koala, and we weren't sure what he was talking about, but then someone pointed it out to us that the Aussie Drop Bears, that one's fouled back, the Aussie Drop Bears had placed 2 koala bears just randomly somewhere to be found.
Small plush koala bears, right?
Yeah. And if you're able to find one, you can return it to the Aussie Drop Bears for some sort of prize.
I think it was a pin for a baseball team from Sydney.
Wow.
And so they posted on socials and everything, and there's a walk there. But again, like stuff like that, like Australia, like they were the lone international team last year, and again, it was so cool to see them here. And then, of course, they come back again, and now we have a couple more international teams as well as just a lot of teams looking forward to seeing them again. Some of those kids, I want to say, played on that same team last year that came around. But, yeah, it shows how as that falls off there. It's just, again, all these teams coming together over the sport of baseball, and they find ways to still make this fun. Of course, I don't want to call it a cutthroat tournament, but there's a goal for it. Of course, you want to learn, but you also want to win. But, kind of stuff like that, it kind of makes this a whole lot less serious. And, again, it's just baseball.
Absolutely. And remember, folks, they're just 10 years old as Duarte evens the count there after fouling. If you live on North Street just by the ballpark, you're lucky that your car wasn't parked in your driveway, as that one was hit into the driveway of the house right here to the left of us here on North Street. So the 1-1 count with 2 away. Runners on first and second after the walk by Carlson and the fielder's choice by Presley Martinez, the lead runner. The 1-1. Outside for a ball. Good eye there by Duarte as it's now a hitter's count, 2-1 with 2 outs. That one in there for a called strike. Evens the count at 2.
Already up to 40 pitches, so that's kind of a mark that's pretty big here in terms of pitch count. I believe you have to rest tomorrow if they were to go on and win today. And then anything after 65 and in between, 65 and 75? I believe that's a 2-day rest.
I believe so. Kerrigan Charles with the ball there. Count now full. The full count pitch with 2 away and 2 runners on. Half swing, went around, strikeout there by Kerrigan Charles to end the inning. And so it's still 1-0. Kennewick American going into the home half of the second. Watching the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Welcome back to the 2024 Cal Ripken 10U World Series, presented by Pet Supplies Plus in Crown Point.
All right, we're back, and you are watching coverage of the Cal Ripken 10U World Series, presented by Pet Supplies Plus on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. Remember, Pet Supplies Plus is your one-stop store for all your pets' needs. Pet Supplies Plus in Crown Point. Visit them for more information at petsuppliesplus.crownpoint.com.
As we overlook the center field wall, Strack and Van Til scoreboard update. We mentioned the championship brackets kind of starting over there for the day. The Upper Allen Mechanicsburg team from Pennsylvania has got a 6-1 lead going into, I think, the 5th inning over there over the Newtown Hawks of Connecticut. So that's a game to look out for, especially for these teams playing here today.
Absolutely. It's championship bracket play. Slow to Heiler. First pitch swinging for Heiler into right field, and it's caught in right field. A little bit of a snow cone there, too, by Mason Hansen.
Whew, that was close. That was close. It's a deep field, man. If that ball gets by you, that could get scary. That's a big play. Again, getting the snow cone, but hey, an out's an out.
Yeah,
we'll take it.
The sun's beating over there and right. So great play there. 1 up, 1 down. Better calling time.
Did not get it.
No, he did not. Swing and a miss by Gillespie. After the fly out to right, Gillespie's now behind 0-1 to Adam Sloat. The 0-1 from Sloat to Gillespie, fouled back away.
Looks like school just got out here at Crown Point. One of the coolest things about, again, some of these teams that are here, they may have just started school. And talk about a nice field trip to miss the first week of school playing baseball out here in Crown Point. That's a good story to go back and tell your classmates.
Yeah, especially if you can come home with some hardware, get yourself a win. Blake Gillespie fouls that one down the first base line. Count 0-2 with 1 away. Here in the home half of the second.
Get some hardware, get some cool pins. Maybe get a Sydney pin from the team from Australia if they could find that koala. That should give us something to do in between games. Hopefully, I kind of want to try and find it. I feel like we've been through every inch of this facility.
We have. That we have, as we've been calling games all week. What is this, the 55th game?
55, 74 in total in about a 7-day span. Again, we're happy to be back here, but it's been a fun week. It's already dying down. We're already more than halfway through, which is crazy to think about.
It is the 1-2. That one fouled into right off of the net. Caught by the first baseman there, but it's a dead ball once it hits the nets. But Brody Martin loving the practice nonetheless. So Blake Gillespie fighting away here in a 1-2 count from Adam Sloat. Strike 3. He's out. Adam Sloat records his 3rd strikeout, and he'll face Kerrigan Charles, the pitcher for South Lexington.
It's not messing around. Runs are going to be a commodity today. And that one run, who knows, it could be the difference with what we're seeing so far from Sloat.
Kerrigan Charles, right-handed hitter, facing Sloat, the right-handed pitcher. First pitch, and there for a ball. Sloat rocks, leg kick, fires. Outside corner for strike. Count even now at 1 on Kerrigan Charles.
Ooh.
Just misses, apparently, so it's 2-1. Sloat looks kind of a little dissatisfied by that. He's like, Blue, it's this 10U, baby. This is 10U. That's a strike in 10U.
That's close. It's a close pitch.
It is a close pitch.
Good take, good pitch.
That's right. 2-1 on its way. He gets it there on the inside corner. Evens the count now at 2.
Twos are wild.
Twos are wild. 2-2, 2 away. Here in the home half of the second. Mike DeWan's all over it. He's dialed, folks.
I try.
That one hit high in the air to the second baseman. He's got the shades on, so he's going to make that catch to end the inning, and that's Wesley Duarte. So after 2, it's 1-0 in favor of Kennewick American over South Lexington Red here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
Welcome back to the 2024 Cal Ripken 10U World Series, presented by Pet Supplies Plus in Crown Point.
Welcome back. You are watching coverage of the Cal Ripken 10U World Series presented by Pet Supplies Plus on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. It's a beautiful day here in Crown Point, Indiana. If you find yourselves here in Crown Point, make sure to stop in for a bite to eat at one of Crown Point's most popular eating establishments. Station 21 American Grill, from burgers and ribs to wings and fish, open every day at 11 a.m. for lunch and dinner. Station 21 is just a short 1 minute away from the ballpark. Check out their menu at station21.com. Station 21 American Grill. Eat, drink, relax.
Can't go wrong. Plenty of stuff to do here in Crown Point, which is why they have these kind of tournaments. Plenty of eating establishments, but none better here than Station 21.
And Jet Bricker will lead things off here in the top half of the third inning. He's got the Ticonderoga. He's swinging. That one's high.
A little bit about the city of Kennewick. A population as of 2022, about 84,000, so a pretty big city there. I know in its location in Washington, you think of Seattle, you think of moderate climates, but Kennewick's kind of on the eastern side of the state, and it's kind of desert area. It gets pretty toasty over there. It's a little bit south of Spokane and kind of halfway in between Spokane and Seattle.
Very cool. I have always wanted to go up to that part of the country, the Pacific Northwest. Never been.
Haven't really been out west, especially at Pacific Northwest, so definitely a good spot. And now I know, now I know about Kennewick a little bit more, just because of this week.
2-1 count, the pitch. That one's wide. 3-1 now. Yeah, I got a newfound family up there. I'm engaged, and my fiance's aunt, shouts out to Aunt Grace, they live up there.
Okay.
Yeah, in the Pacific Northwest. That one fouled back to the net.
There you go, potential honeymoon destination maybe, or something.
Actually, I need to talk to not the 10-year-olds, but the parents of these 10-year-olds from Hawaii, because we're thinking about maybe doing Hawaii.
Okay, plenty of those. Yeah, 2 Hawaiian teams as well in this tournament. One of them won, I think, one may play tonight, and then one team won in the championship bracket this morning, Manoa.
Full count, hit to left field. It's going to fall for a base hit. Rounding first, but retreating after the strong throw out of left. So that's a base hit for Jet Bricker. Good throw by Miles Allison to bring it into second to hold him at first.
Looking to get some insurance runs here. Again, as I mentioned, with the pitching duels we're going to have in these rounds, runs are a commodity, and you got to try and plate that run if you're Kennewick.
Absolutely. So Jet Bricker stands on first with a leadoff base hit into left field. Right, so we have a discussion here. Perhaps we have a defensive substitution. What are we looking at here? Let's get the binocs going. Got the binoculars. We'll take a break. Remember, you're watching the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
This box is small, like Pet Supplies Plus. This one is large, like a big box store. In each, Stu, has carefully hidden a toy. Question is, which dog will find it first? Ta-da! Moose, no! You were so close.
Located just 1 block north of the square in Crown Point and just 1 minute from Jerry Ross Park, Station 21 American Grill is one of the city's most popular eateries. Station 21 offers a full menu from steaks and seafood to burgers and wings. While in town for the Cal Ripken World Series, stop in and enjoy comfortable dining while watching a game on one of the 28 big screen TVs. Check out the menu at station21.com. Station 21 American Grill. Eat, drink, and relax.
Welcome back to the 2024 Cal Ripken 10U World Series, presented by Pet Supplies Plus in Crown Point.
Welcome back. You're watching Cal Ripken 10U World Series coverage presented by Pet Supplies Plus on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. We have a pitching change here for South Lexington Red. Blake Gillespie is going to move from second, and he will now pitch. Kerrigan Charles moves to first. Pitch from Gillespie is a strike in the outside corner.
Good start there, clipping the outside, getting ahead of the count. Again, we got to try and, here at South Lexington, you got to try and stay in this game. A 1 run may not seem like a lot, but you got to play something.
Second pitch, hit out there to left for another base hit for Kennewick American. Back-to-back base hits, singles to left field, and that's going to bring up Adam Sloat.
Again, the pitcher looking to make some more noise here, Sloat of Kennewick. He's really trying to help his cause now. We had that same problem in the first, and I remember he capitalized. Now he's trying to play a little bit of small ball.
Lays down a bunt on the first base line, barehanded. No throw. Bases are juiced, and so is the Kennewick crowd from Washington State.
Again, a fantastic contingency from a team that's coming such a far distance. A lot of people from Kennewick made the trip down here, and yeah, they're rallying their crowd right now. They're getting them ready to go, and potentially could really bust this game open.
Peter Tagaris, he may be feeling the juice. He's at the plate now with the bases loaded. He fouls this one right over the heads of the Kennewick faithful. Out of play. The count now 0-1. That one just misses. 1-1. So does that. 2-1.
Gillespie wanted that one. It's a big pitch there. Get him ahead of the count. Obviously now with a call like that, puts him behind. So pivotal. Got to try and bounce back.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Brings the count to even. Big pitch there from Gillespie with the bases loaded. And no outs.
Nowhere to put him.
Peter Tagaris awaiting the pitch from Gillespie. He puts this one into right field. Right at Rowe. Rowe, the throw home.
What's a play? What a
That's
cannon.
a frozen rope. He's got it caught in a rundown. He's out at third. The put out in right field. Then the cannon throw to Christian Butler, the catcher, who runs him down and gets him out at third for the double play. Big time defense there for the South Lexington Red.
Talk about a rope. I mean, that There was no chance there. I mean, that was easy. Huge play, huge. Keep him in this game. Talk about possibly getting out of a jam right there. You need one of those.
And then a big pitch there from Gillespie to get ahead 0-1 on Mason Hansen, the right fielder. So, Chaz Rowe in the game yesterday against the Moravia Lions, he made like 3 great catches in right field. That one hit to the shortstop. Going to flip to third for the force out, and that will end the top half of the third inning. So it is still 1-0 Kennewick American over South Lexington Red. You're watching the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strachan Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual cart, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. For years, I've helped your family and friends save on their car insurance. And now I've returned to rescue you from high prices. Whether you have a perfect driving record or a not-so-perfect record. Follow me to the Crowd Agency for immediate and affordable coverage. I'm your insurance superhero. Crowd Company's insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Welcome back to the 2024 Cal Ripken 10U World Series, presented by Pet Supplies Plus in Crown Point.
Yeah.
Welcome back. You're watching Cal Ripken 10U World Series coverage presented by Pet Supplies Plus on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. Mike DeWan's been talking about how runs are going to be a premium here, and an outstanding play from Rowe in right field. Cash Rowe, he made the catch. He threw a missile to home, and Christian Butler caught the runner in a rundown at third for the double play. And so we've seen some great defense on display so far.
Some would say that throw is on the money from Cash Rowe out there in right field. Bases loaded, no outs. We mentioned it's, you may only need 1 or 2 runs to win games like these, and to keep your team in it like that, that's cha-ching right there for South Lexington. So,
cha-ching, baby.
Cha-ching.
Hey, you know what they say, cash is king.
Cash is king, and so far he's showing it right there with his defensive prowess and right.
First pitch misses for a ball, and that's on Cannon Hardin.
I talked about Kennewick a little bit about Lexington, Kentucky, obviously the bigger city between the two. Population of about 2 years ago of about 320,000. Area code 859, stand up if you're in the comments or listening here today. But, yeah, of course, University of Kentucky's down there, so probably a lot of members of Big Blue Nation of Lexington, South Lexington faithful. But, yeah, made the trip up to Hoosier State, not too far from here like Kennewick is, but nonetheless, they're coming here to play.
That they are. It's a 2-1 count now to Cannon Hardin of South Lexington Red. He calls for time. The ump grants it. So he's going to step out the box real quick for a hot second here on a pretty hot day. But it's feeling better. It will get a little muggier later on, though. In there for a strike to even the count at 2.
Yeah, Sloat's working quick. We mentioned that pitch count. He's only at 32 pitches so far, and he's going into the third inning. So he's making some good pace. And, again, if they were to walk away with the win, hopefully can give himself a little bit of rest maybe for a potential future game.
That's right. He throws that one. It looks like it was thrown behind, but he may have caught that back leg of Hardin. So Hardin is now safe at first after the hit by pitch. And that brings up Cash Rowe, number 99 in right field, a la Aaron Judge. So we'll see if he can get a big base hit here for South Lexington.
Yeah, tall player, too. Kind of fits that Aaron Judge type of build so far as at his young age. Obviously positional as well, and showed the arm for it, too.
Absolutely. He shows bunt, brings it back. Hardin will stay at first. Cash Rowe, lefty batter. And you're going to Sloat the righty pitcher. Sloat the 1-0. Misses high for a ball. Count now 2-0.
Looks like still 6-1 over there, Upper Allen over Newtown. That game of the championship bracket. You can tune into that game. Quincy Bell and Drew Arnold on the call over there. So,
in there for a strike. 2-1 now to Rowe. Call time.
Winner of this game, we'll see. We talked about it a little earlier, but West Raleigh had that 9-inning thriller we called before this. Just, again, pitching battle and getting runs at the right time for both teams. And obviously the game, 6 innings wasn't enough, and that's kind of what you need in this tournament.
Rowe drills one to right. Splits the gap. He's rounding first. That ball hits the wall. He's into second. Standing up.
He's going.
Coming home. No throw. An RBI double for Cash Rowe.
That's some crowd company superhero-esque with what we've seen from him so far in just this past inning. Hosing out a runner at home, then doing some work with the bat and tying the game up.
So Hardin comes from first all the way around to score after the Cash Rowe double. There's still no outs. And the extra hitter, Hank Peterson, at the plate.
Aggressive send, too. I like it. Runner on first. Obviously a double all the way to the wall, and there was no hesitation, kept him going.
Peterson lays down the bunt, Sloat handles that, no problem, throws to the first for the out, but it does its job as it moves over Cash Rowe to third base, and we get back to the top of the order with Miles Allison.
Just productive outs, that's it. You see a lot of that this tournament. A lot of bunts being laid down, you get a guy on base, runs are so tough to come by. Move the guy over and put him in scoring position, and hey, wild pitch, who knows, something. You need ground ball, you'll score him. You'll take the lead.
This bottom third of the order for South Lexington, getting them on the board and setting up the top of the order in good position here with the table setter Miles Allison at the plate with one out and a runner on third. The 0-1. Sloat rocks, deals. That one's outside for a ball. Count even now at 1. The 1-1 from Sloat to Allison. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Looked like he was going to check up there, and he's just like, I can't. I'm going all the way around. He slams his bat on home plate, and he needs to dial himself in here on a 1-2 count. Sloat. Rocking, pitching. That's for a ball. So all good. The count's even back at 2, and Allison takes the vicious practice cut, and he's back in the box.
Yeah, these pitches in the turf, the situation makes the catcher's job ever so more important.
That one skied up past the pitcher's mound. A diving grab by the shortstop. We'll get the call here. What is it? He's out!
Looks like
and South Lexington wants to have a conversation about it.
Second base ump's call. Again, I'm not going to question his call there. I don't know. That's why they're going to put the meeting of the minds together and see what they can come up with. But nonetheless, a great effort. The runner did not. Obviously, that's kind of a play where you don't want to sell out as a runner. It's a ball that could potentially be caught, and therefore it potentially did. But we'll see what the umps come up with here.
Yeah, so Jet Bricker, after that ball was skied just beyond the pitcher's mound, Jet Bricker at shortstop came in, and he laid out for that one, and it was ruled a catch on the field. So we'll see as the umpires meet about this one. But there was one out. It could be now 2 outs. Big play here.
And would be a big one.
Huge decision.
Safe.
Okay. So the call is overturned. Bricker's not happy about it. He's slapping his thigh. A lot of us here, I'm looking around the Kennewick fan base, and they're just looking around like, I don't know. It looks like he caught it. I wasn't sure.
It's a tough call.
It is a very tough call.
Especially for the second base umpire, who was honestly a little bit behind the shortstop there. He may have had a good view on it, obviously kind of having that vantage point of while, the shortstop was diving onto the ground, he could probably see if that ball hit the ground or not. It's a tough call.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're going to get their 2 cents here from both managers, but call stands. They came together. That's what they got. So.
Yeah, Coach Donnie Hansen, he gets an explanation from the home plate umpire, and so he'll walk back to the first base line, and so now we have runners on the corners for South Lexington. 2 away. I believe it's 1 away. It says 2 on the scoreboard. Carey is showing bunt, bringing it back. The third baseman for Kennewick, Peter Tagaris.
They're going to give him second there. Might as well, right?
Yeah. Peter Tagaris came in. He essentially met that ball at the plate with how fast he charged after Carey showing bunts.
Seeing kind of, again, how teams are defensively and just the technical side of things, it's fantastic. I mean, looking at how the coaches have these kids and just the kids putting it to executing. It shows a lot about these teams and why they're here.
Carey is now behind 0-2 in the count. The pitch to Carius. Over his head, he ducks. Count now 1-2 with runners on second and third.
Again, you got a base open. I wouldn't mind kind of expanding the zone here, trying to get him to chase, maybe roll over one.
The 1-2 with 1 away. Runners on third and second to Carius. That one hit high and shallow. Center fielder and second baseman coming in on it. They collide. They do not make a play. That's going to score Rowe. And now runners on the corners. Once again, this time, another run scores.
I just hope that second's okay. Obviously, that's not a fun collision. Going back, trying to track on the ball, and obviously center fielder moving towards the ball. That's not a fun collision. Looks like we're all okay.
Oh, so take a moment here.
Again, kind of a pair of kind of pop flies that land kind of shallowly, just kind of those spots where it's tough to make a defensive play, and that's all it kind of takes is 2 of those. And it really kind of, obviously, South Lexington's done some things before then, but sometimes you need some of those plays to kind of go your way. Some kind of, I don't want to call them cheap hits, but shallow shots that may land in spots where the defense isn't.
Yeah, you put the ball in play, anything can happen. And especially against Sloat, who Sloat was, the first 2 innings, he faced just 1 over the minimum, and he had 3 strikeouts. So once you get the ball in play, anything can happen. And that has led to South Lexington taking the lead in this one here in the bottom of the third.
Looks like we're wiping. Okay, looks like we're all okay now. I believe that was Uriah Warren out there in center for Kennewick. And Steve Martinez, their assistant coach, kind of, I think, wiping something off of Uriah's face. Hopefully wasn't too major, but looks like he's all good now. These kids are warriors, man. We've seen kids get hit by pitches and all that stuff, and they're warriors.
That's true. So runners now on second and third after letting him get to second. Chase Baber with the 1-0 counts. Baber walked in his first at-bat. Looking to do some damage here with runners in scoring position.
We got a great crew here tonight. This whole tournament, but we got David Cruz on production, Zach Miller behind the lens, also just kind of leading the charge, and some other guys floating around here too. It's always a fun time here at RSN.
The 2-0 hit down the right field side and out of play over the visiting dugout. So 2-1's the count, with 1 away and runners on second and third. The 2-1 to Baber makes it 2-2 after Sloat catches the outside corner.
He likes that spot. He likes kind of putting it again, kind of that outside corner, making the umpire make a call and making the batter hopefully swing the bat.
Absolutely. We've seen it plenty of times where batters have kind of rolled it over, trying to, turn on that one instead of sending it the other way. Just misses there. It's a full count now on Baber. And Sloat is north of 50 pitches. That was his 50 seconds.
Yeah, just like that, we were talking about at the beginning of the inning how he was making pretty good time. Now, an inning like this, that'll do it to you.
That one hit to second, caught cleanly for the second out. Runners will stay put, as that one wasn't deep enough. Good play there by the second baseman, Wesley Duarte. And now stepping up to the plate, the catcher, Christian Butler. Christian Butler looking to tack on to a 2-1 lead here with 2 away with runners on second and third. First pitch to Butler. In there for a strike.
Big at bat here. Again, you got a base open, so I wouldn't mind again expanding the zone. Maybe you could give up a base there, but we need an out here if you're Kennewick, one of these next 2 batters.
That one thrown hard, but misses inside. Count even 1. That one high. So 2-1 now to Butler from Sloat. Sloat swings his arms, steps on the rubber, gets set, rocks, deals. That one fouled on the first base line off the net. So count even at 2 with 2 away. Could be a big out here for Kennewick American.
Ooh.
That was a close pitch. I can tell you at least half of the people here thought that it was a strike, but it's a full count nonetheless.
It's tough. It's that spot. Kind of make a call. That's it. It's kind of clipping that zone,
and that's a walk. It's just like that. 1 pitch.
So 2 solid pitches there again. Kind of in that gray area. But hey, now you can't put a runner anywhere. That's why we had a base open. We kind of talked about expanding that zone. You can give up a walk here, but we need this out here for Kennewick.
Absolutely, and you'd want it quickly. The next pitch will be Sloat's 60th. And he's got a pitch to the number 5 hole hitter. The first baseman moved to third, Brady Heiler. And Heiler flew out to right in his last at-bat. Base hit here and may score a few. That one's inside, gets to the backstop. A run will score from third. All runners will advance the base. So Allison comes home to score. Butler to second. And South Lexington continues to be a threat here in this inning with 2 away.
Turned it on. That's all it takes. Kind of 1 inning to get the bats going. Things go right. I mean, that's it. Again, 3 runs, who knows? In these games, it's bring them out ahead, and it could be all they need.
Big strike there, evens the count at 1. So Butler in at second, Carius standing at third, Heiler at the plate. He's in an even count 1-1. The pitch from Sloat on its way. High for a ball 2.
And at this point, if you're kind of Kennewick, for everybody, just kind of keep your cool. You know, it's been a long inning, but we just need 1 out. That's it. Just stick to the fundamentals, play baseball, and get this guy out.
Heiler takes a cold strike there. 2-2 on the called strike. 2 away. Heiler would love to get a base hit here and extend this lead, and Sloat would love a huge strikeout to end it. That one misses for a ball, back to full. So walk the previous batter on a full count. Pitching to Heiler here, he gets himself in a full count. Next pitch will be his 65th. That pitch Driven to right, out of play, foul. So we'll go back and do it again.
Kind of fun at bat here. These prolonged at bats, we've seen a lot more from South Lexington. Again, we mentioned that kind of pitch count going into this inning was, I think, around the 30s for Sloat. And now it's kind of ballooned up to 65, and now we're going to get a meeting of the minds here. It looks like they're going to make the pitching change.
Yep. So we'll take a break here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Welcome back to the 2024 Cal Ripken 10U World Series, presented by Pet Supplies Plus in Crown Point.
Welcome back. You're watching coverage of the Cal Ripken 10U World Series, presented by Pet Supplies Plus on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. I'm Mike Jimmy on the play-by-play. Join me, Mike DeWan, color analysis. The man's done it all this week, as he's on the mic right now.
Have I? I guess so. Yeah, it's always fun to be out here. It's been a fun week. But yeah, we got a great one on our hands, as they will definitely be from here on out. Again, quality teams. I mean, on both sides of the bracket. But we've had a lot of fun contests so far here today, and right now we got a pitching change so far for Kennewick.
Yeah, the pitching change. It's Malachi Villalobos, number 44, lefty pitcher. So he's going to come in, and he's going to come in with runners on second and third with 2 outs. And a full count. So
yeah, talk about a situation to walk into. That's a little high stakes. I think you got a base to give up at least, but yeah, this first pitch is pretty crucial. But I give the batters a new look. Obviously, the first pitch is a pretty big impression, but hopefully he kind of sticks it. If not, hey, worry about the next batter. That's baseball. Move on. Short-term memory, put it in the rearview mirror, and get going.
That's right, Villalobos. Walking into a buzzsaw against Heiler. 1 pitch. That one's fouled back. So remains a full count with 2 away. Runners on second and third for Villalobos, who's just entered the game and thrown his first pitch.
As tough as that is for the pitcher to come in the high pressure situation, it's kind of tough for the batter too. Seeing a new pitcher, a whole new kind of style you got to time up to.
That's right, but he does that as it gets past the diving right fielder, rounding first, going into second, going into third. He's digging for third with a foot first slide. He's got it. Big time triple there by Brady Heiler. A bases clearing triple.
I mean, that's clutch as it gets right there. Talk about a huge third inning for South Lexington. I mean, it's just been quality at bats. Full count there, 2 outs. You couldn't ask for something better.
So it's 5-1 now to Blake Gillespie. The pitch fouled straight back. If it wasn't for that net, we may have had a chance to catch it.
Easily. With the talent in this booth, with the hand-eye coordination, we would have had that easily.
Absolutely. We're all locked and dialed in here. The 0-1 now from Villalobos to Gillespie. That one slapped to third, throw to first, takes him off the bag, but he gets back on it for the out. Nice play there by the first baseman. Great stretch. We'll take a stretch as we take a break. You're watching the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. That one fouled right in front of the plate. So Preston Martinez will try it again. So Gillespie on the bump for South Lexington Red. Looking to get a second out here. Presley, thankful for the screen, folks.
Hello.
Yeah. Thankful for the screen. Some trivia here, Mike Dewan.
Hit me.
So can you take a guess? As that one's hit to second base, fielded cleanly, thrown to first for the second out. Do you know who the first team was in baseball to put the nets all the way to the foul poles. So remember, back in the day, the nets, they didn't go all the way down to the right field and left field foul line. Who was the first major league team to do so? I think it was the first team ever to do it.
Was this pretty recent?
A few years ago.
I think was it the Astros?
That's a good guess because there was
the Cubs.
Because there was an incident with the Astros, but it's not. I'll give you another guess. It is a team that is within a 2-hour drive. We'll do that.
2-hour drive
of Crown Point, Indiana.
Huh.
The 0-1.
So that takes us down.
Now 1-1 to Villalobos.
It's got to be one of the Chicago teams then. Yeah, the Cubs. Or is it the Sox?
It is the
It's
Chicago White Sox.
Really?
Yeah, Chicago White Sox.
How about that? Another potential bucket list item going to Wrigley or a guaranteed rate.
Yeah.
Both Chicago baseball teams have seen a little bit better days as of late, but nonetheless, those are two fun places to watch a ball game. But in response to your trivia question, I was thinking Houston after that.
No, that's actually a good guess.
Yeah.
The 3-1 to Villalobos now with 2 away.
White Sox, huh?
Yeah, believe it or not, Jerry Reinsdorf was all over that one.
Breaking records, one way or another.
Yeah, he won't pay a player over $80 million, but he'll make sure to think about the fans' safety.
Sure thing.
As that one's flown into shallow center field, but caught from the center fielder there for South Lexington Red, Cannon Hardin, and that will end the inning. We'll take a break here. You're watching the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
This box is small, like Pet Supplies Plus. This one is large, like a big box store. In each, Stu, has carefully hidden a toy. Question is, which dog will find it first? Ta-da! Moose, no! You were so close.
Located just 1 block north of the square in Crown Point and just 1 minute from Jerry Ross Park, Station 21 American Grill is one of the city's most popular eateries. Station 21 offers a full menu from steaks and seafood to burgers and wings. While in town for the Cal Ripken World Series, stop in and enjoy comfortable dining while watching a game on one of the 28 big screen TVs. Check out the menu at station21.com. Station 21 American Grill. Eat, drink, and relax.
Welcome back to the 2024 Cal Ripken 10U World Series, presented by Pet Supplies Plus in Crown Point.
Welcome back. You're watching coverage of the Cal Ripken 10U World Series, presented by Pet Supplies Plus on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. I'm Mike Shamia. I'm having fun with our color guy here, Mike Dewan.
The goal is always to have fun around here, especially in a tournament like this. In a city like this, in Crown Point, Indiana, there's not a lot to kind of negate that fun. And it's a fun game so far. We mentioned Kennewick kind of got ahead early in that first inning, and then a 5 spot in the bottom of the third with a pair of shallow hits, some good at-bats, and bumping up a pitch count of a solid pitcher nonetheless, who had still a very fantastic day in Adam Sloat of Kennewick American. But South Lexington, they've turned things up in the bottom of the third. They got hot at the right time, and they're trying to add more to it.
And they will try to do that with Kerrigan Charles leading them off here. Big swing and a miss from Kerrigan Charles here in the home half of the fourth.
Charles was the starter for today, correct, for South Lexington?
That is correct.
Yep.
And then he moved to first base.
For Gillespie.
That one hit hard up the middle. Fielded cleanly by the shortstop. Throw to first. Got him. And great play there by the shortstop, Jet Bricker. Able to get that in there cleanly to first. The hard hit ball by Charles.
Looking at a little more of this tournament, going on eighth field just about right now, the New Canaan Rams against the Arlington Storm. You know where to find that broadcast, only on the Region Sports Network. Also, we'll talk about what's to come next on this field in a little bit.
The 0-1 now to Hardin. Kennon Hardin. He made a great play in center the last half inning. So he'll take his swipes here at the plate. Sits on that pitch. Makes it 1-1.
We mentioned the Germany team that was kind of going around here a little bit watching the game. They'll be playing next. Their game was scheduled for 4:45 local time, but games have ran a little bit long today, so they'll be playing after this, and they'll be up against the West Oahu Prospects from the Aloha State.
Harden, base hit to center. So after the 6-3 put out against Charles, Harden gets himself a base hit and brings up Cash Rowe, who hit a double earlier to really get this one started.
Yeah, we got some awards to hand out later, and I think one of his, maybe two of his, might be his to lose at this moment.
Okay, swing and a miss there from Villalobos to Cash Rowe. Rowe sits on that. It's a 1-1 now.
Good pitch there. Outside corner. But a good take there as well. Again, being taller kind of puts you at a disadvantage, kind of bigger strike zone, but it seems like he's kind of got the keen eye for it.
That one hits the catcher and trickles down the first base line out of play. But on that passed ball, Harden will advance to second. So Cash Rowe has got a 2-1 count with the runner in scoring position. Taps the home plate twice. Stands in the left side batter's box, pulls back a bunt. But a called strike. Count even now at 2. That one hit softly, batted foul and into the bleachers of the Kennewick fan section. And now a horde of little people, some young kids, are going to go over there and try to retrieve that souvenir.
I want a souvenir for myself, but every time one goes out of play, I see like 4 or 5 kids running past me for it.
The 2-2 fouled straight back. So Castro will step out of the box, and Villalobos will step off the rubber, and we'll do it again. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on a breaking ball to Cash Rowe. Big pitch there, big strikeout there by Villalobos.
Needed that. Runners in scoring position. Obviously a relatively hot bat, at least of today, and Cash Rowe, and can't ask for much more.
Hank Peterson laid down a sac bunt earlier. He swings and misses at the first offering from Villalobos. The 0-1. Swing and a miss by Hank Peterson. Villalobos would love to set 2 down after the runner advancing to second. Here comes the 0-2. Outside. Ball 1. Count now 1-2. The 1-2.
Oh.
Thought he was in there for a strike as he walks off the mound, but that's a ball.
Couple of the Kennewick American team. They took a couple trots to the dugout there.
He wasn't the only one, that's for sure. 2-2 now. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Villalobos, big time strikeout there. We'll take a break. You're watching the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strachan Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual cart, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. For years, I've helped your family and friends save on their car insurance. And now I've returned to rescue you from high prices. Whether you have a perfect driving record or a not-so-perfect record. Follow me to the Crowd Agency for immediate and affordable coverage. I'm your insurance superhero. Crowd Company's insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Welcome back to the 2024 Cal Ripken 10U World Series, presented by Pet Supplies Plus in Crown Point.
Welcome back. You're watching coverage of the Cal Ripken 10U World Series, presented by Pet Supplies Plus on the Region Sports Network. The only game in town. We're in the top of the fifth now with Wesley Duarte due up for the Kennewick American team from Washington State. They trail this one 5-1 here with 2 innings scheduled left to play. I say scheduled because, we had a game earlier that ended up going 9, which has set things back a little bit. So that's why we have the German squad here waiting to get on, and we're having fun though. Ain't that right, Mike?
It's win or go home, man. This is a high-stakes environment, and we're going to get the best out of every team we see, and we're hoping we're going to give you the best in terms of production over here with us at RSM. But yes, we're having fun always as these kids are out on the diamond.
Blake Gillespie, this first pitch to Duarte will be his 25th as he came in to relieve Kerrigan Charles. So Wesley Duarte, left-handed batter, calls time. He's technically wasn't granted it, but Gillespie stepped off the mound as well. Would have been some nice gamesmanship to just put it in there for a strike. But he does on this throw right here, so it's 0-1 to Duarte.
Gillespie's came in and he's done his job. He's been again only 25 pitches. I say this now, we still got some ways to go, but he's been fantastic so far.
Yeah, he's been rock solid. Count even now at 1 after the ball to Duarte. Duarte, open stance, left-handed batter. He walked in his first plate appearance, so he's 1 for 2, and he takes now a 1-2 count.
Just getting ahead of hitters, putting the pitches in the right spots, and just can't quite figure them out yet.
Duarte swings, rolls one down the first base line, but it goes foul and out of play.
We've only got 4 hits on the books right now for Kennewick, and I want to say at least a pair of those came in the first inning.
The 1-2 to Duarte. This one skied high in the air in foul territory. No one will get there. So it's 1-2 again. We had someone come up here into the booth. There was a few seconds before he went back on air asking for a shout-out to Roberta Farrington at Harborview Hospital in Washington State. Watching her grandson here. We didn't catch the grandson's name. I've been trying to find the person who requested the shout-out, but shout-out nonetheless to Roberta Farrington. And we appreciate your viewership here on the Region Sports Network as the count gets even to 2.
Always appreciative. We love getting comments from our live streams and all that stuff, wherever you guys are tuning in from, and hearing all of your stories. And it's just, it's always a super fun event working this.
So Duarte grounds out to second base. So 1 up, 1 down for Jet Bricker. Jet Bricker has been playing one heck of a shortstop today. Swinging that Ticonderoga bat as well. Hits this one to short. That's a tough hop. So Bricker with a base hit on the first pitch swing.
Some about that pencil bat, man. That's the new wave. We've seen a lot of pencil bats this tournament, but they got some magic powers in them.
You hear the loud ping from way up here in the booth.
What's a more of an appealing sound to you, the metal ping of a bat or the wood bat, the crack of that bat?
So some of these bats these days are so hot that these kids and these college players swing, and they sound just ridiculous, and it's actually really cool. First pitch is wide there to Uriah Warren. But, I mean, I remember driving home, this was 2 years ago, and I was listening to a White Sox-Yankees game, and Aaron Judge hit one on the radio, and just the crack of the bat on the radio, that one's high 2-0, was just ridiculous.
It's crazy.
So that's a close call, but I really, when hit well, the crack of the wood bat, I feel like it just echoes.
Yeah, it's tough.
That's a great question, though.
I've watched a lot more of baseball with wood bats than metal bats, but, I mean, seeing how these kids hit the ball in this tournament, I mean, hearing this ping, left and right all throughout all throughout the facility, it's like that's a great sound. That's music to my ears, too, no matter what age level. Obviously, you talk about guys like Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani, when they connect with the ball, that's music to the ears, but I don't know. Something about that ping, too. It's a tough call.
It is a tough call.
Two great sounds in sports.
If y'all want to hop into the comments and give us your feedback on that, or some, home runs that you just remember, just the sound of it, or just hard hit balls in general. Now 2-1. There's a sound there up the right field side. Uriah with the base hit. Throw gets away, but runners won't advance. So Uriah Warren with the base hit, and that sounded nice coming off the bat.
Sure thing. Plenty of it. There's a time for Kennewick American. It's now running out of outs. Only 5 left. 2 more this inning. They're going to have to try and chip away if they want to stay alive here and keep their World Series dreams afloat.
And they will do so with our starting pitcher, Adam Sloat. He had a bunt base hit in his last at-bat and drove in a run in his first. Pitch is high for a ball. Yeah, Wesley Duarte, he walked in the first inning, came around to score on an Adam Sloat RBI single. Adam Sloat would love another RBI here. That one hit to right at row.
I wouldn't run. I will stay right at second.
Very wise of you, Mike Dewan, and very wise of the Kennewick American team, as they hold Jet Bricker there at second.
They get it in quick too. They don't mess around out there in any outfield. I mean, everyone's so well coached. It's crazy.
First pitch swung on by Tagaris. That one drifting foul, the right field line. Did you get it? No.
When we get the windows open here in the press box, we get some nice insects giving us a nice hello, nice greeting.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Nice to some, not nice to others.
Here we are, braving the elements up in this beautiful press box. So the wind's blowing from right to left, you can see so with the flags. Tagaris hits one into center field for the third out. So going into the home half of the fifth, it is South Lexington 5, Kennewick American 1. You're watching the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
Welcome back to the 2024 Cal Ripken 10U World Series, presented by Pet Supplies Plus in Crown Point.
You're watching coverage of the Cal Ripken 10U World Series presented by Pet Supplies Plus on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. Pet Supplies Plus is your one-stop store for all your pets' needs. They're open 7 days a week here in Crown Point. Villalobos still on the bump. He did some good work the last half inning. Miles Allison will lead this one off, though, for South Lexington as they lead 5-1.
Looking to stop the bleeding here if you're Kennewick and give yourselves a little bit better of a chance come the 6th inning. Again, down to their final 3 outs. They got to get through these first 3 batters first. Or any 3, I should say.
Yep, they need 3 outs to get themselves to the 6th, and they trail by 4. Second pitch in there misses for a ball. Now 2-0 the count.
Again, winner of this game will face West Raleigh tomorrow at 12:15 on this field. Should be a good one regardless.
Allison with the 2-0 count. He digs in. It's a called strike there from Villalobos, the lefty, with the big leg kick.
And again, at the conclusion of this game, we'll have some more action coming from Major Field. The team from the Future Stars from Germany will take on the West Oahu Prospects.
That one hit hard to third. That'll get through for a base hit. So a leadoff hit by Miles Allison to start the 5th. Tyler Carius.
Got a replay here, a little hot shot there. Again, just great hitting. We're seeing a lot of it today. Tough play there at the hot corner. Made a valiant effort, but it's just that great of a hit. And great camera work, of course, from one and the only Zach Miller. Throw it on the first there.
Malachi Villalobos, just his pitching windup, reminds me of Garrett Crochet, the lefty.
Okay.
He's got that leg kick. We'll see it. It's like his toes point straight up, just like that.
A little bit.
This is that one high. It's now 1-1.
Love it, the lefty, too. Yep.
Carius singled in his last at-bat. Hits that one into short center field, just past the second base bag. Beautiful slide into second by Allison. And both are safe after back-to-back singles here to start the 5th.
Back-to-back hot shots. Again, it's tough to make plays in those areas, especially the way the ball's coming off the bat with those last 2 hits. South Lexington, again, looking to kind of put the nail in the coffin here.
Chase Baber would love to do just that, Mike DeWan. He's got a runner in scoring position and a trail runner behind him at first. He looks at that first pitch for a called strike. Malachi Villalobos takes off the hat, catches the ball back on the mound, steps off the rubber, steps back on, and he's set to deal once again. The leg kick, the pitch. Outside,
close.
High. That was a close pitch. 2-1.
Okay, another beautiful day here today as the sun's starting to kind of set here.
2-1 to Baber. Rolled to third. Great play there.
Play.
Looks to get it out at second. He does. So, good play hitting the deck by Tagaris. And he flips it to second for the out.
Tough play there. Another region replay from our producer, David Cruz. Again, hot shot to third. This time we make the play there and shuffle up there to second. Get a big first out there.
There you go. So now runners on the corners with one away. And Christian Butler. Runner will take second.
Another fielder's indifference, I think that's called.
Yeah,
when you don't throw it down to second. Or catcher's indifference, I should say. Just take second base. You could have it.
Good strike there. 0-2 on Christian Butler. Malachi Villalobos. Malachi Villalobos ahead in the count on the mound. The leg kick. The pitch to Butler. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Christian Butler goes down on strikes.
Big out there. Needed that. Now you just worry about the batter in front of you.
Malachi Villalobos, 2 strikeouts for a second and third out in the 4th inning. Gets a strikeout here in the 5th. And he'll have his hands full against Brady Heiler, who hit a bases-clearing triple in the 3rd inning, his last at-bat. That bases-clearing triple, part of a 5-run inning for South Lexington, which has made all the difference in this one.
That's all it takes, a little bit of a onslaught of runs. Again, these games probably won't be that very high scoring.
Hit hard to third. Good play there at third base by Tagaris, and that ends the inning. So we go on to the 6th. You're watching the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Welcome back to the 2024 Cal Ripken 10U World Series, presented by Pet Supplies Plus in Crown Point.
You're watching coverage of the Cal Ripken 10U World Series, presented by Pet Supplies Plus on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. It looks like we only got one more inning left, Mike DeWan, but
I wouldn't say that.
We don't want to jinx it after the 9-inning affair that preceded this game.
Crazier's happened. Again, Kennewick, they have the bats that could potentially spark up a rally and maybe scrap 4 or even maybe 5 runs this inning. Yeah, you can't take teams out here.
Absolutely not.
Especially in the crazy game of baseball.
Yeah, I was thinking that they'll put up 4 here, and then we may see a walk-off in the bottom of the 6th, but I'm not making any predictions here, especially after last game. So,
amen.
Gillespie, the pitch. That one catches the outside corner for a strike on Mason Hansen.
Gillespie coming in relief. Again, he's kind of putting up a superhero-like performance.
Yeah, he is. Misses that one inside, and the breaking ball counts even at 1. Mason Hansen singled in the seconds, but he could never make it to second base safely after a fielder's choice by Presley Martinez, where they took the force out there. That one, base hit into right. Hustling down the first base bag.
That's what you need.
Mason
Hansen. Get the
Hansen.
leadoff guy on, get going.
Which brings up Brody Martin. With a man on and no outs here in the top of the 6th, needing 4 runs to keep their hopes alive. First pitch is the called strike.
Ooh.
First.
Good pitch there. Had him kind of shriveling up, thinking that may run inside and bend it back, and a big called strike 2 there.
Absolutely. 0-2 now. That one hit hard into right, but that's out of play.
I think that hit the barn over there.
It did.
The pitching barn.
Is that Plesac pitching barn, right? Yeah.
A big Crown Point alum here.
Yeah.
The Plesacs.
That one's high for a ball. 1-2 now is the count. Gillespie nodding his head. The kick, the delivery. That one, good stop, backhand by the second baseman, and way to tap second for the force out there. A great play.
Just great fielding all around. I mean, South Lexington, we talk about, of course, the highlight play was the throw home from right, from Cash Row, but we've seen it all from South Lexington. Their defense is keeping them in it, and again, they gave up one run. It's been nothing since.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it's Chase Baber. As he started this game in third and then moves to second, and he's been great defensively. Get time called here. It's Coach Donnie Hansen. Perhaps making a change here.
Looks like they will be putting a runner on first. As we try and see what that is through the netting. Still Presley Martinez up to bat. We're still trying to find that runner on first. We'll try and get that to you shortly.
It's 1-0. Gillespie sets, fires. 2-0. Yeah, you're right. Seeing it through the netting is difficult, even with the binocs.
I believe that's number 18, Zane Chichek.
It is. It is Zane Chichek. Zane Chichek. Pinch runner at first. That one hit up the middle. To two, they go to first. Save.
It's close.
Could have been a 1-4-3 double play. Instead, you get the 1-4. So Gillespie, a good effort there, and a good effort as well from Baber. But that's going to be a hard one to turn at any level. Now Villalobos on with 2 away, and
can come back to the pitcher. Yeah, it's tough to turn double plays here, but it was close. It was close.
Malachi Villalobos. Lefty hitter. Open stance. Rolls that one fouled on the first base line.
Trying to keep him alive.
And that evens the count at 1 with 2 away. Runner on first. That one grounded to first, not handled. So Villalobos will be safe, and so will Presley Martinez being safe at second.
Keep chipping away. Next man up if you're Kennewick.
Yeah, and they get to the top of the order here, and Wesley Duarte walked and came around to score in the first inning. Big opportunity here. That in there for a called strike. Looking to keep the 2-out rally alive.
Oh.
Big swing and a miss. There, good pitch by Gillespie. And he's 1 strike away from closing this one out. The 1-2. Gillespie sets. Throws. Fouled. Into the net on the third base line.
Good cut there. You gotta keep him alive. You gotta protect 2-strike approach. Do what you can.
This will be the 60th pitch for Gillespie, although probably won't matter depending on if he can get out of this inning. So count even now at 2 after the ball. Two count, 2 outs. Duarte calls time. He gets it. Gillespie, the kick. Strike 3, looking. And that's the ball game. So Gillespie with a strikeout to end it. And South Lexington Red, they defeat Kennewick American 5-1. Stay tuned for post-game coverage and awards on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craftworkers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
Welcome back to the 2024 Cal Ripken 10U World Series, presented by Pet Supplies Plus in Crown Point.
Welcome back. Post-game show here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. We have awards for you after a 5-1 victory for South Lexington Red over Kennewick American. So they will advance, and they will play West Raleigh Blue of Raleigh, North Carolina. Let's get right into the awards here. So the Proud Union home play of the game, presented by the Region Sports Network. Mike DeWan, you have it?
Let's do it. I give it a duo of two plays in the same inning. One defensively, one offensively, both by the same player. We talked about Cash Rowe a little bit, the right fielder, number 99 for South Lexington. First, we take it to the top of the third. Was bases loaded, no outs. Kennewick really had a chance to kind of blow this game open. Ball hit sharply to right to Cash Rowe. Caught it, gunned the runner down at home. Eventually, they got out of that jam. That bases loaded, no outs. Then we turned it to the bottom of the inning. He hit a double, RBI double to kind of get things going for South Lexington, ultimately leading to that 5-run inning and basically the deciding inning to where we find ourselves tonight. So I'll go with kind of a duo of two plays from Castro, the right fielder for South Lexington.
Yeah, it was that crooked inning and the third, which made all the difference in this 5-1 ball game, as all 5 runs for South Lexington were scored in that home half of the third. On to the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game. Earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374. Who is the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar of the Game, Mike DeWan?
From Kennewick, Washington, I have to go with Adam Sloat, the starting pitcher for today. He got the scoring early, trying to help his cause there for Kennewick. Had that RBI there in the first inning, also was a starting pitcher. Had a solid outing before, of course, maybe that third inning, but nonetheless, he showed all the blue-collar-esque. He hung in there. Obviously, he was kind of the, I don't want to say the lone offensive piece for Kennewick, but he really did all he could on the offensive side. Then starting pitcher, he was the guy they turned to get some things going. And, yeah, one crooked inning, it'll do it for you. But Adam Sloat, he showed me resiliency and all the blue-collar kind of traits you need to win this award. So I got to give it to Sloat from Kennewick.
All right, and last but not least, the Crowell Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. It is presented by the Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals. Mike DeWan, who is our Lantern Man Superhero of the Game?
I like spreading the love. I thought about Cash Rowe, but I'm going to switch it to Brady Heiler of South Lexington. He had what very well could have been maybe the play of the game, but I think it was definitely superhero-esque, kind of coming in at a big time. We mentioned kind of that crooked number in the third inning, the 5 runs. What better way than a bases-clearing triple to really kind of put the nail in the coffin? I got to give it to Brady Heiler again. Superhero-esque when a team needed a jump start most. While we had those plays from Cash Rowe, Brady Heiler really kind of took this game over and put the nail in the coffin there for on Kennewick and propelled South Lexington out in front.
Absolutely. I agree with all those picks. And thank you so much to all you viewers at home and being patient. I know this broadcast didn't start as quickly as we wanted to because of the 9-inning extra inning game that preceded this one. So thank you to all of our viewers at home, far and wide. Also, special thanks to executive producer Chris Ramirez, operations manager Rich Castile, coordinating producer, and on the camera, Zach Miller, along with David Cruz, and sports director Mike Dewan here doing color in this game. I'm Mike Jamia doing the play-by-play. I had an outstanding time. Been here all day, and I would love to be here all day, every day for the rest of my life, it seems. Adam Whitehouse, the tournament director, he's been amazing in this. Special shouts out to Jay Patel and Joe Boomsno as well. But to all you viewers on Facebook, YouTube, and regionsports.com, thank you so much. And we have one game. We have another game coming up here. Michael Bradner just handed me, oh, yes, that's right, don't want to forget, Pat Weiser doing the grounds and press box operations, along with Sean Zimmerman doing press box operations. They've been a pleasure this week, as well as Josh Doolin, Ryan Keelan in facilities, Alan Pante, Dave Mays, Dave Myers, all the people here for Crown Point Bulldogs baseball. Just been tremendous, running just the smoothest tournament I can possibly even fathom, and it's been a great time. So stay tuned on the Region Sports Network as we have more action for you here in the 2024 Cal Ripken World Series here in Crown Point, Indiana. For the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.